Tomorrow is finally the day where we get to see Power of the Doctor. Woo! As you can tell, I'm kind of excited. But one of the coolest things about this episode is that we genuinely don't know what the ending is going to be. Because usually we know that the Doctor is going to regenerate into the next Doctor. For example, when Peter Capaldi was regenerating, we knew that Jodie Whittaker was going to be the next Doctor. This time, we know nothing. Well, we do know something, because we know that Ncuti Gatwa has been cast as the Doctor. Yet we also know that David Tennant is going to be heavily involved in the 60th going forward, and there are theories that David could be a degenerated version of the Doctor going forward. Therefore, there are other answers, but we have two big possibilities for the 60th. But who will it be? Will it be Ncuti, or will it be David? Hermit, give me the answer. Please tell me. But now, let's discuss it. Who will it be? Now, I'd say the more likely of the two, or at least the more common answer for the moment, is that it's going to be David Tennant. There's a chance that David Tennant could be appearing in an episode of Doctor Who tomorrow. Mainly because we know David is heavily involved within the 60th, and we haven't really seen many outside photos of Ncuti, and we know in one way or another the Centenary kind of leads into the 60th. That's kind of one of your big first answers, is that it kind of makes most sense from what we know if it's David at the end of the episode. I mean, as well, we've had lots of theories, lots of leaks, lots of rumours about this degeneration thing. For example, we know there is a slight chance that past Doctors could be returning within the Centenary for a degeneration storyline where Jodie's regeneration goes wrong and we go through some of the classic Doctors and then we get stuck at David to go into the 60th. Sounds odd. I'm not really sure that's how degeneration works, going from 13 to 1 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 10. 13 to 1 and then back up seems like an odd jump, but we'll work with it. Also got to remember that Russel will have had complete creative control over this kind of like last little bit of the Centenary, and therefore you can very easily, you know, see the classic, like, you see David's face and he just says what a lot of times in a silly English accent. Everyone can picture it happening. We'll all scream and cry and go, oh my god, it's David Tennant. But don't laugh at me.
I love it. I love it.
But you can see Russell pulling that kind of thing on us. However, let's play devil's advocate. What if we just end up with Ncuti at the end of the episode? I say just, that would still be incredible. First of all we know in terms of David Tennant's involvement is that he was on there for quite a while, but we knew he was involved because of a lot of his outside filming. But as David himself has said, many more characters involved, and it's just kind of him that's kind of at the forefront because of said outside filming. Wow, I've said outside filming twice in 2 clips. Please subscribe for more quality content. But I think this could mean that David isn't as big of a part of the Centenary as some fans have been speculating. And if that's the case, it is quite likely that we could see Ncuti at the end here. Also, the only theory that would make sense in terms of David being in here and not Ncuti is the degeneration theory or something along those lines. If it's another theory, like that David could be the Master, or this is a parallel Earth, or that the 60th is just set during Series 4, which I'd be kind of up for, to be fair. But any of those theories would mean we don't see David. And to clarify, we know from Chibnall comments that he didn't have creative control over the end of this, and therefore, if we don't see David, we're very likely to see Ncuti. And let's face it, we know Ncuti is probably going to be involved. I wouldn't be surprised in quite a big way, especially as they're likely going to use the 60th to, like, set up Series 14 and beyond. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Ncuti does have quite a big part to play within the 60th. And therefore, it wouldn't be a surprise to see the 60th era, this little year, start off with a Ncuti appearance. But what is, overall, my opinion? What is the answer that I really think will come to fruition? I think I've got 2. From the Chibnall quotes about what he said about the ending of the Centenary, leaving him very excited for what he's seen going forward, I don't think it's going to be just Ncuti. Just because I don't think just a casual standard regeneration scene on its own would make much excitement apart from just the fact of seeing a new Doctor. Plus it's Russel. I think he has a trick under his sleeve. So I predict it's going to be one of two things. I think the degeneration theory has been theorised too much. I think at this point it's just too likely. So either it'll be just David, or my final prediction, which I'm you can clip this, I called it. I think we will see Ncuti from Jodie, then the degeneration will happen. So we set up the idea of Ncuti Gatwa as the next Doctor, keep things moving forward, but then something goes wrong and we end up on David Tennant and the classic, what? And that is my theory. What are yours? Pop them down in the comments below. And also subscribe. We genuinely make class Doctor Who content over here. Like, if you like that type of video, I make like similar cool videos like 3 times a week. So like, surely you want that in your life, just like 3 times a week. And if you want to see my video on the legacy of Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall in Doctor Who, you can click the video here. Because if you're interested in legacy, big words, it's there for you. Or you could just watch this painfully drawn out outro. Yeah.